Oh, there we go. That's us recording now. Hey guys, so there's not long left of the deck of many triggers, so you guys should probably check that out because it still needs a bit of funding. No.
Suffering internalized.
Well, you know what it is. Pretty much, it's a very niche product, but again. Oh, for fuck's sake, hold on. Let me close these doors. They're fucking shit.
There's someone screaming down below.
Yeah, Anyway, so look, with the deck of triggers, what we're going to do is pretty much, if it doesn't hit the funding, I'm pretty much just going to change the goal. So it's going to run, instead of on time, it's just going to run until funding, because I want to get my money out of this. You know, I've kind of like sank about, like, about £1,000 or so on the setting everything up for this. So, like, you know, I would very much like to, you know, at least break even. So that's what we're going to do if that push comes to shove. And if that is the case, then it is definitely limited spaces. There is only going to be that many, and then that's how many we're going to do. So like, it's up to you. Shipping is a bit expensive, but like, I can't, like, you know what, I'm not going to talk about the deck of main characters anymore. You guys should know enough about it. I'm going to do a live stream soon enough about it, and we'll just see what happens. Sound good? Do you want to do this thread? So
yeah.
Now Garbu said no, we can't do this other thread because it's about it's racist, and it's got like demons in Sweden that act as a well, you said maybe we should do both, but you know what, I think Conf can help. What? You know what, Garbo?
You said we shouldn't do it.
You know what, Garbo? I saw you yesterday fighting with people on Twitter, and one of them actually, like, and this is where I just cannot believe that. Like, how can you spend your day doing this? Where there was one, and I'm not making this up, guys. You have to. I'm gonna screenshot and put it up on the screen. One of them unironically had an anime Lenin profile picture.
Yep.
See if you ever catch me arguing with someone online that unironically has a Lenin profile picture. Fucking end me, guys. Okay? Fucking, I don't know how you can. I don't know how you can do that. Who was the worst one you were arguing with? What was it you were arguing with over anyway? It was something about fat space marines. They're putting space.
No, it was about. There's a space marine wheelchair, and I was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me!" You know?
Yeah,
like
it's called a dreadnought. Fucking get over it.
A giant, obese, fucking non-Nergalite space marine in a fucking power wheelchair. Fuck, completely off, dude.
Garbu, you were unironically called an ableist. How does that make you feel?
Down the staircase you go, wheelchair user.
Mate, I actually, you know what? We really are at a point where genuinely I feel like mocking these people. Like, before I used to feel like, oh, you know what? No, these people, they're just not right in the head. Now these people deserve to be laughed and mocked at this point. Like, they're genuinely embarrassing. You know what? Sometimes I used to not mind the whole, like, you know, like, I enjoy a lot of nerdy stuff. I don't, like, I'm willing to talk about it to anyone. Like, you know, I know a lot of people in real life that are like, oh no, I'm not going to talk about like 40k or anything to like people I work with or whatever. But if someone asks me about something, I would just talk about it. I just don't care. But see, at this point, knowing that I share, like, you know, a broader oxygen just in general with these, I don't even want to call them human beings because they're just not human beings.
These troglodytes.
No, they really are. They genuinely are. Like, I don't think I can use the correct terminology that I have in mind for these people on YouTube. Also, I don't want to get done for hate speech, so you know that's a thing. So instead, let's talk.
I do. Send me in. Come get me. I dare you.
Anyway, look. We are 4 minutes in, and what do you know? We haven't even started the thread, guys, yet.
It's on brand. They're used to it by now. Good lord.
You know what? I love it.
What are you, surprised? I can't believe they're not in thread yet.
Right, okay. Look, do you want to jump into this, Garboose? What's the thread about? What are we doing today?
I've been playing a whole load of Doom recently, and the idea occurred to me. What if the UAC won and truly conquered hell for mankind? How would the world change? This question grew in size and scope and eventually became a series of questions I would like to ask TG. How would you run games in a setting in which mankind conquered, teamed up with, or joined the forces of hell? What kind of plot hooks would you use?
I mean,
how could the setting change?
There's already humans joining with the force of hell. Like, you know, have you not looked online? Have you not looked out the door recently?
Actually, the bugs are the good guys.
What would you rather be? The team-working bugs or the fascist humans? Ugh. Fucking suck my dick. Oh my god, I actually can't. Like, keep going, Garb. I don't know.
The rot deepens.
It's fucking disgusting.
How could the setting change existing classes or tropes in tabletop? Would demons become PCs? If this was a sci-fi focus setting, how does it affect interstellar relations? Would the aliens be cool with the fact that mankind embraced their own spiritual hell for power? All this and more, all of this and more sound like something fun for the board to toy around with.
I like the idea. So the big problem that I have with it is they're treating hell as if it's like a tangible place almost, whereas I would imagine hell to be infinite. Like you can't conquer hell. It just doesn't work like that.
Well, in the Doom universe, hell's a place. You know, like hell is an actual realm you can go and visit, and that kind of shit.
I know, but like, does it have an end? Like, is it like a planet or?
I believe it's a planet. I think it's a planet.
I think everyone's gonna laugh at me because I haven't played. I've got guys. The only Doom I've played is the original one, and that was about it. All right, I tried to play the 2016 one, and it's just like meh. I don't know. It just didn't do it for me. You know. I don't know. The people are gonna shout. It was a G. I don't know. I just didn't feel it. Okay, guys, leave me alone. I'm sorry. Okay.
I like the soundtrack. So.
Yeah, the soundtrack was pretty good. I like the memes. The memes were pretty good for it. Not gonna lie, I did love the memes. But that'd be.
I still laugh how fucking like the canon waifu pairing is Doom guy and a little dog girl from fucking Animal Crossing.
No. Have you not seen the new one? The Catholic waifu that we put out like yesterday. The day
before? You mean how the Catholics embraced anime? Yeah, I saw.
So Garbo, are you going to convert or what? I mean, no, you're tempted. You're tempted. You're fucking tempted.
You are raving. Man, you are raving.
You know what? When I first saw it, I was like, Pope vinyls? I don't know if I can do this. But then, I don't know, some of the memes are pretty funny, not gonna lie. Like, I actually kind of enjoy them. So, where would you go with this? Like, where do you want to go? Is there anything you want to add to this? Now, the biggest problem I have with demons is I don't really consider demons sentient. If that makes any sense. Like, I consider them more like only like powerful demons. Do they
as animals?
Well, yeah, I would imagine. Well, I imagine, like, for me, I would argue that demons do act more on an animalistic basis than anything, and it isn't until you hit like a certain like a power level, if it were, that demons become sentient, and then they start like I love the idea of demons working on emotions. So like, you know, maybe you could have like an animalistic lust demon, or like, you know, animalistic like pride one or whatever, you know, but they don't really have thought, or like, you know what I mean, like there's no deeper.
I don't know, like I prefer thought demons. I prefer ones that actually like they're they're actually a tangible thing, not really a person, but something that does think and have desires or its own wants. And there's a lot of writers who, oddly enough, they kind of struggle to really combine the thought of a living hell that still affects the living world. I think the closest was probably actually D&D. I'll be honest with you, like where there's like what was it, fucking hell realm? Hold on, D&D hell realm. Because like there's like the fire realm, yada yada, and there's really like the 9 hells. Yeah, so the 9 hells is like it's a literal hell where demons is like a city and shit in hell. It's kind of a funny little thing.
I think you can make it work. Well, we'll see. Like, let's jump into this thread. What do they have to say? We'll go with this one right here.
How hard are the demons?
Can you make do the demons look nice?
do they have like at least like nice toddies?
Like, you know, like how much Kummer bait can you like, you know, can you get out of them, you know?
I did something like that for my last sci-fi campaign. Since the setting was the same my group has ever used, and it started like a basic Dungeons & Dragons medieval fantasy setting, once magic hells and heavens were real and commonly accessible, access until a major event caused all those to stop being available. The souls being dispersed instead of gathered in specific places was one of the plot points of the campaign, and the party at one point stumbled upon a secret laboratory that managed to access heaven and hell. Demons managed to survive, rationing souls and their power and actually turning the hellish landscapes in a civilized, albeit immoral and strangely violent nation, while celestial beings turned into rabid monstrosities but without gods to serve. They died in the same cataclysmic event of I see. Interesting. So the holy aspects went fucking feral. That's a fun idea.
That's the whole thing with humans, isn't it? Like free will and stuff, and angels don't have that. I mean, like, would that? Yeah, actually, no.
Well, a few angels do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. No, actually, you know what? That's actually something you can really work with, the idea of free will and like wrapping that in. Actually, you know what? That would definitely make for a really strong plot point, I think. What's this?
Saying I don't get religious, but I always laugh when I hear like, oh yeah, Satan wanted you to have like free will and not be naked. I'm like, and he's the bad guy.
I feel like the problem. You know what? I think this is the biggest problem I have with any like. So I would describe myself, if someone was to like put a gun to my head and be like, James, what political association are you? It would have to be libertarian. The problem is that you need like high quality individuals to create a libertarian society, which we just do not have. Like you need like people that are actually like worth having around, and it just won't work. What would your view be on? You know what I mean? Like
view on what exactly? Never know.
Free will, right? So
free will, okay.
Most people just can't hack free will. You know what I mean? Like, let's be serious. There's a lot of people out there that just should not, like, they almost shouldn't have free will because they can't be left to their own devices. You know what? I'm gonna show. I'm gonna show you what free will can do. All right.
Just go on Reddit.
No, I'm gonna go on. So I've got this guy on my Facebook, right? And I've never actually met the guy before, but he's like a paranoid schizophrenic, so I'm gonna have to cut all this Scarborough, but I just want you to see what he's up to today. So yeah, that's what free will can do to someone, and there's a lot of people out there.
I need no moral compass. Woo! They go out and kill themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, like let's be serious. I feel like there's a huge majority of human beings that need to be told what to do every day of the week, otherwise they just cannot function. And I feel the same. That's where I was going with like libertarianism. I feel like it's not meant for not every human being is capable of it. Same with free will. I feel like there's a lot of human beings that just, you're not cut out for this. Y'all need a fucking slave master to get shit done. You know what I mean? Otherwise you're gonna pack that. I'm gonna have to cut all this. I'm sorry.
Go typical.
Okay, sorry guys. I went on a big rant. I had to cut it all, but trust me, it was really funny. So this is why you should definitely check
it out. There's a lot of cocaine.
Yeah, well, it's a guy that I know. You know what? I can't say. Let's just finish off this post then. But yeah, free will isn't cut. Like free will is not for everyone. All right, that's all I gotta say.
Free will's for real gangsters like me.
Yeah, no free. You know who free will's for? Let me see. SpongeBob Gangster.
SpongeBob Gangster.
This guy.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. This is who. This is. Or this guy right here. Just look at this fucker, you know what I mean? Like, or like, what's? I'm
pretty sure I saw that shit like airbrush on t-shirts in the mall.
Yeah, or like, was it Bugs Bunny?
Bugs Bunny.
Oh yeah,
Bugs Bunny Gangster.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny Gangster. But yeah, do him like the Godfather. There we go, something like that.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Anyway,
you know what? I actually know a guy, RLL, who, I'm not even joking, has like a gangster Bugs Bunny tattoo. Like something like this. With like the rings and all.
English is guessing kind of funnier.
I like, you know what?
I'm a fucking Englishman. I love me some Bugs Bunny.
He's not English, so he's from Northern Ireland.
I got me a tattoo.
He's like that's kind of like this. That's actually what it kind of looks like. So yeah, this is why free will isn't meant for everyone. I'm sorry, but most people can't handle it. Same thing with being equal, guys. I'm sorry, not everyone's equal. I wasn't even equal to who I was this morning, let alone who I am today. So deal with it. I don't know. Look, let's get back on path. Get back on path. We are 15 minutes in and we've done half a post.
Woo!
It's
pretty good for us.
Although, let's be serious, I'm probably gonna have to cut half of it.
I mean, you already said like, yeah. Okay, so let's see here. The Galactic Society established an embassy in Hell and vice versa, since it was a culture similar to the ones coming from the D&D original planet. It had much more in common with them than those of other spacefaring races.
Wait.
What you
is this the Radiant Citadel then?
Radiant Citadel.
Yeah, do you remember that horrible campaign book?
Well, no. So I don't believe it's Radiant Citadel because this is him doing his own thing. It just may sound like Radiant Citadel. It sounds
like Radiant Citadel, but it was like a communist like trading port.
If it walks like Radiant Citadel, and it quacks like Radiant Citadel.
Right, look, let's just keep going. I like that though. I think there's something interesting about the whole free will aspect of it though. I quite like it. Right, you know what? Let's go with this one. Exploration log 1, hostile environment.
Hostile environment. Exploration log 1, hostile environment, lambent lava. First off, can we please change the terminology used for this place? Yes, we know you think you're being funny, but it doesn't help with some of the new explorers. They get ideas. Initial observation by drone helped us set up a base camp. Oxygen tints are essential for any follow-up. We're dealing with high levels of SO2 and H2S in the atmosphere. One of my teams already dubbed this place the fart dimension.
Oh, God.
Because all fucking sulfur, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, why would it not all just be burning then? If there's that much sulfur, would it not just be like a fire dimension hell a lot of the time?
Not really. Sulfur is not really flammable. It just stinks a lot.
I don't know, man. I've seen people like farts on fire.
That's more like that's more methane than sulfur.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
And you're not farting sulfur. You're sorry.
Well, it's, look. All I'm saying is
there's sulfur in it. That's why it fucking stinks.
Well, fine then. Fine. We'll go to the fecal lands then. It's a fecal lands exclusive. Can I just put up on screen?
It's like a fucking boogeyman, dude. Jesus.
Can I just put
the
up
looming fecal land book? Yeah.
I love that one. Someone sent
I traveled in the piss dimension.
Someone sent me that the other day, and he tagged me, so he did. It's like, yo, it's Garbu.
Dare you enter? I am the wizard. I send you down to the piss realm.
Right, let's go back to the fart dimension then, will we?
Back to the fart dimension. Okay. Despite conditions, the dimension seems suitable for mining. There's good amounts of radioactives in the soil. No sign of any inhabitants, although there were those interesting rock formations by the initial flyby. The specialist wants to lead an expedition southwest to them tomorrow. Suspects they may be buildings. The specialist returned from the rock formations, confirmed to be artificial. The architecture was apparently quite impressive, all Gothic arches and buttresses. All structures display some level of damage, and the specialist claims his Geiger counter was high enough to suggest nuclear fallout. Ruins designated Site A. Still no sign of indigenous life forms. Did they wipe themselves out? We found it again when it broke into our supplies. Our team members decided to see if it could be domesticated. Already called it a dog. In my personal opinion, I think it looks more like a hog and someone's asshole had a kid.
I mean, right, never mind. I can't make that joke. Let's just keep going.
Things seems to like ration bars. Finally found a use for the damn things. The dog returned, this time with its pack. After losing an arm, his owner was in no mood for domestication. Fortunately, their asses aren't bulletproof.
Does it keep going at all, this one, or?
Was that not the picture? Go up. Or is that it? Okay. No,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of cringe. I once had something akin to this. Not conquered, but that hell on earth just kind of became a thing. Demons are really, really fond of making deals, Faustian bargains and the such. So when demons start existing on earth, they immediately take up the job they're best at. Law. Demons take the lawyer world by storm. Contract law, criminal law, business law. Demons are the top lawyers in their field, and reading the fine print is a big deal.
Yeah, actually, you know what? They would make for... Wait, was that not a movie?
Please, God, give me a thick, like a dummy thick female demon lawyer with a fucking miniskirt. And Jesus Christ, I beg you.
Was that not like Constantine or something? Or what? Was there not like a...
Not Constantine.
What one am I thinking of? Where it was like a devil, but he was like a story, he was like a lawyer or something. I'm pretty positive that was a movie. Hold on, let me Google that.
Saying, I know like there's like Bedazzled, but he wasn't a lawyer though.
Movie about devil... Devil's Advocate, that was the one. That was the one.
97,
and it had thingy in it as well.
It's a classic movie.
It had what's his face. Anyway,
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I knew I was on to something with Constantine. All right, I wasn't too far off.
Same guy.
It's the same guy. You know, it's time.
This secures demons some positions in the business world, and before you know it, people are being contracted to work in hell. It's a sweet deal for all involved. Hell gets human buildings and ideas, and you get permanent employment. And boy fucking howdy does it mean permanent. Artificial souls are developed. I guess you would technically be able to cheat death by going and working in hell. You wouldn't get old, would you?
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the way it works.
Because hell is time unending. Remember, time does not pass in hell, so you wouldn't age in hell. Artificial souls are developed for the brand new demonic market. I gotta sneeze. I'm fine. Artificial souls are developed for the brand new demonic market and start selling like hotcakes in all kinds of flavors. Human dens of vice, from clubs to gambling dens, start cropping up all over hell. More personable demons become household celebrity names and are very promptly banned from running for office because letting a succubus into the race is just frankly unfair on everyone else.
I mean, yeah, it would actually work pretty well, not gonna lie.
I vote for Titty. I vote for Titty!
Look, all we need, like, once Elon sorts out the robot waifus, we'll see what happens, alright? robot waifus in every household, guys. There
Just
you go.
women seething. I can't believe they replaced us because they love the men and cook and clean. It's horrible.
Oh.
It's like we have nothing to. Anyway, okay. So, as it turns out, coming to the surface and tearing everything in sight is a terrible idea. But a man in a fancy suit able to trick you into handing over your house, provided you sign the dotted line that feels like a great deal at the time, that works wonders. It's basically Hell integration, which it's odd because you would think there'd be more stories like that, but there really aren't.
Well,
there aren't really
like Moloch worshipping. You know, I feel like there's a lot of stuff in here that I can't really say on YouTube. I'll blank out some of the stuff that I'm saying. I don't know. I don't feel like I want to get banned off YouTube today.
Well, there's always loopholes to anything you do, and the real question is would demons be able to close all the loopholes you're able to find? Like, would a demon be able to more or less loophole proof anything to get their fucking hands on? So, like say Hell and Earth did combine, would demons be like a blight or a extremely hard asset?
They could be. You know what? You know what it is. Actually, I would argue they are the same. There's a lot of stuff that people do that is almost like a deal with the devil. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can do. There's a lot of stuff you can get into. I think, like, one of the obvious ones would maybe be, like, let's think of, like, steroids, for instance. Like, you know, that, you could argue that's a deal with the devil, you know? It's like, oh, mate, we'll make you massive. Like, you know, you'll get really big, you know, you'll get all this. It's like, yeah. But then, like, you know, whenever you stop taking it, it's like, oh, you're going to get depressed. Your balls probably aren't going to work. You know, you got a 90% chance of...
You're going to get big depresso. Oh,
you're gonna get depressed. And the only way to avoid that is to, like, just stay on it, you know? It's like, fuck me, man. Like, you know, again, that I would argue that is like a deal with the devil. It's like, oh, look at all these great benefits. It's like, oh, but it's going to be great when you first do it, and then, like, you know, 6 months to a year down the line, it's like that was not a good deal. That was not. Oh, and by the way, the second you go off it, like, you know, you're pretty much going to lose all your gains. You know, it's that's what I feel like. You know what I mean? There's a lot of deals with the devil that you can go for, or, like, you know what's a fucking deal with the devil? Kids having to work out what they want to do with the rest of their lives. You know, like, imagine, like, 18-year-old you, like, you're gonna have to work out, like, you know, I suppose it's different for you, but, like, you know, say people that go to uni or whatever, it's like, what the fuck do you know about work? You know, you've never worked a day in your life, and you're telling me you have to decide what it is you want to do the rest of your life, and sink thousands upon thousands into it, and the chances of you not getting anywhere.
Yes, the best army and college recruiters, the demons.
They are. Well, you could argue, yeah, like, definitely, like, you know, see more army recruitment. Although, let's be serious, in America, army does not sound like a bad.
Hey, kid, you want to live the Call of Duty life and buy a brand new Dodge Charger? Yeah, brother. Sign the dotted line.
You could argue, or, like, honestly, salesman. You know what? I'm convinced. See, if you need to have a dedicated person to convince you to buy something, you don't need to buy it. That's my biggest problem. That's my view on with salesmen. See, the second I come across someone actively trying to persuade me to buy something, I'm like, I don't need this, do I? I really don't, because you wouldn't.
But yet people will happily and quickly sell their blood for cash monetary gains. Interesting.
I mean, like, we don't have that over here, but I'm telling you right now, I'd be almost tempted. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are gonna get, like, I mean, you guys got paid for that shit. We have to do it out of the goodness of our hearts, for God's sake.
So you can donate blood, or you can sell your plasma. And a lot of guys, they'll sell their plasma. They'll sell the fluids of their body to get money. And it's like,
there is something off about that. But again, like, it's going for, like, unless people are drinking it, which I'm going to assume, I can only assume happens, like, you know, under 1% of the time. Yeah, I can only assume it happens most.
Give me the redneck plasma.
I mean, is it a bad thing? Is it a bad thing to, like, you know, sell your blood if, like, you know, some child with leukemia gets it? Like, you know, arguably that it's a good thing to do. Like, honestly, it probably is a good thing if everyone donated blood, like, at least once a year. That would not be a bad thing for humanity as a whole. You know, it sounds kind of weird on paper whenever you say it, but, like, you know, when you think about it, it's like, no, actually, it's probably overall good. You know what? The only thing that puts me off is, so whenever you're in the UK, if you're, like, learning to, like, drive or whatever, they give you, like, a donor form. So, like, if you die in a car crash, and I just ticked everything, you know what I mean? I was like, well, I'm gonna be dead anyway, so if you want, like, why not? You can have my shit, you know what I mean? Like, what's the issue? Turns out they're now using fucking body parts now for fucking surgeries and stuff. So yeah, I'm getting off that. Like, that's see, that is my idea of hell. Like, that is I couldn't imagine anything worse.
takes your dead penis and uses it for their own devices. No, it's my cock. You can't take it. That's not what I meant.
That does sound. You cannot tell me that doesn't sound homunculous.
Imagine being a ghost watching your dead penis being used to fuck other dudes.
That's just no.
Now that is hell.
That is hell on earth. Or like, you know, same thing goes for women. Like, you imagine, like, you know, some woman dies and her womb's being used, or like even like egg transplants or whatever. I don't know. There's something really demonic about all that type of shit. Gives me the willies. Look, let's keep going. This is more turned into a video.
Could you imagine how horrible it'd be? You're watching. Okay, my kidney went to a dying kid. That's fine.
Right.
My heart went to an athlete. That's good.
Yeah.
Wait. What? Where are my testicles going? Hold on. What? And it's like this giant, like, it's ma'am on a gurney.
Here.
No, wait, no.
Yeah, I sent this one to Megan the other day, yesterday, so I did. You like this? I thought it was as funny as fuck. Lesbians when a new haircut for an 8-year-old comes out.
There was some game where it showed like a giant bush lesbian like punching another character, and someone went, yes, truly finally a lesbian couple simulator.
Oh, I saw that one. That was on Twitter like yesterday, the day before. That was great. I love that.
I was like, ooh, that's a you know.
All I can say is, thank God Elon decided to hide likes, because fuck me, it made my Twitter feed so much better now. See being able to just like whatever the fuck I want and not be like,
I like
oh,
it in the open. Fucking fine. I don't give a fuck.
No, I get cancelled.
This is your likes. Yeah, I know what the fuck we're gonna say.
What the fuck
and
fuck you gonna do about it?
What are you gonna do? Piss and shit? Fuck you.
Right, let's keep going.
Well, I walked into a game store looking for some fun, but the deck I found nearly made me turn and run. Cards full of chaos, mayhem, and dismay, singing, hey, diddle, diddle, your game's gone astray. It's a deck of many triggers, oh, it ain't for the faint of heart. Draw a card, lose your mind, watch your whole world fall apart. From gore to quirks to curses, it'll shake up your campaign. The deck of many triggers gonna drive you insane. Drew a card and suddenly I quadrupled in size. Now I'm huffing and I'm puffing, can barely open my eyes. My armor's busted open, my sword feels like a toothpick. This ain't nobody positive, it's just plain old mean trick. It's a deck of many triggers, oh, it ain't for the faint of heart. Draw a card, lose your mind, watch your whole world fall apart. Next thing you know, blood's just a memory. Health bars floating overhead like some video game theory. Can't bleed till you're indoors, then it's a horror show. Organs spilling, flesh appealing, that's how the game will go. Then suddenly facts don't matter anymore. Change your stats to fit your views. Leave the GM sore. Shout fake news at every turn. Feelings are what count. Check your privilege, bucko, as the tensions start to mount. It's a deck of many triggers, oh, it ain't for the faint of heart. Draw a card, lose your mind, watch your whole world fall apart. Now I can't touch no one, kept 6 feet away. Can't shake, can't high five on this cursed game day. And don't get me started on giving away all my loot, leaving me with empty pockets, no chance for pursuit. Some effects are so spicy they might clear out the room. Talking about identity, privilege, and doom. But we're here to roll some dice and slay a dragon or two. Not argue about real life, that ain't what we came to do. This deck's got more triggers than a gun show in Texas, stirring up more trouble than a tornado in Kansas. From PC culture to gore galore, it's one wild ride. Better buckle up, partners, and take it all in stride. So next time you're gaming and things seem too tame, just draw from this deck and watch your friends go insane. But remember, partner, when you're feeling triggered and sore, it's just a game after all, don't take it too serious, y'all. And things seem too tame, just draw from this deck and watch your friends go insane. But remember, partner, when you're feeling triggered and sore, it's just a game after all, don't take it too serious, y'all.
let's go with this one, will we?
Okay. I'm not sure if you know it, but ACO generated rather impressive collection of green text about something resembling your idea. They call it NuDoom, and if you have time, and we'll see, and we'll if you have time, and we'll see, and we'll have to see through loads of smut.
Why is there mod about Doom? Why?
There is somewhat the demons and the giant bunny girl. That's what's going on about it. There is somewhat exploitable core based on human conquering the Nexus and Hell dimensions. Basically, it goes Doom guy, obliterated icon of sin, and everybody resembling someone in charge of Hell. Doom guy still ripping and tearing somewhere in Hell realms. Demons without leadership and the dark presence whispering into their ears turn into your basic savage tribes. UAC started with exploiting zombies, later bring demons and use their skills and natural abilities in the harsh conditions of Mars.
Wait, hold up. Are they just doing the same thing that they did at the end of Shaun of the Dead? Where, like, you know, they try to, like, make zombies useful?
There's a movie called Fido you would like.
I'll need to check it out.
They call her and turn zombies into, like, cart pushers and shit.
Wait, hold up a second here. I'm thinking, so zombies, they never tire, and they just keep going. What about, right, unlimited energy? A gigantic treadmill. Have you ever seen...
giant treadmill, yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie, is it Cellular? Yeah, is this the one? No, it's about, it's like this, like, virus takes over, or whatever, and turns everyone into zombies. I think it's the Stephen King, is it? No, it's not Cellular. It's a different... Hold on, let me type in Stephen King. Stephen King mobile movie. Cell, that's the one. This is the one. It's actually not too bad. Actually, I watched it not that long ago, and I actually kind of enjoyed it. Cell movie, Wheel. Where the fuck is it? Cell ending. For fuck's sake, I'm not going to be able to find it. Either way, there's like millions of zombies, and they're fucking all walking around this like big cell tower sort of thing. Like it would remind you almost like, you know, like Mecca almost. You know, the way they gone around Mecca. You know, like that sort of thing.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, that's my idea for an unlimited energy. That's what I would do with zombies. I would turn them into a power source. What would your choice be with zombies? How would you make them useful in today's society? So say we have a zombie apocalypse, humans manage to deal with it pretty easily, but now we've got all these, like, you know, zombies knocking about. Like, what are we going to do with them? Are we just going to kill them, or do you want to make some use out of them?
You know, I really don't know. It depends on the factors of how well controlled they are. Like in Fido, they had these collars, and if the collar broke, the zombie would go rogue. So you have a constant issue of the possibility of zombies going rogue. If they're simply spiritually bound and follow orders, then you can have them do anything you wanted to, as long as they have the limbs to do it. You know, you could have like conveyor belts and factories and manufacturing would just be zombie ran. It'd be zombies putting shit together with a little fucking gooey hands.
I don't know how much I want zombies stitching, like working in the Temu factories, you know, the Temu and Sheen factories. They
fucking worse. They can't get any fucking worse, you know. Like,
yeah, they are.
It's already shitty as it is. At least be cheaper, you know.
I suppose that's true. Right. Oh, here. Did we finish this one, or are we still doing this one?
Oh, yeah. Doing this one. So UAC colonized Hell like USA tried to in Afghanistan and Iraq with military presence of combined human-demon army. Amalgam of demon-human culture emerges on Mars. Instead of space-faring, humanity became dimension-faring race of conquerors. Doom guy is still out there. Is still somewhere out there. So basically, I always wondered that, like, if there's like portals, like say like you break the wall between heaven, hell, and earth. Could you make those gates anywhere you wanted to? You know, like, isn't that something you do? You can rip the door between here and Mars and have a doorway. Like, a lot of these things aren't really explored very well.
It would need to be something more like Stargate almost, I imagine.
I mean, I would assume. Oh, like a hellish Stargate.
But Stargate's not really. It's the same as like SG, Deep Space Nine, where it's not different universes. Are they different? No, they're not different. Like thingies, like the Star Trek one, the wormhole in Star Trek. It's not like it's just on a different side of the universe. You know what I mean? But it's not, or the galaxy. Sorry. Whereas as Stargate, I'm pretty sure it's the same universe as well. You know, like dimension jumping. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like hell is most definitely, it's not a physical place in our materium. Will we call it that? I don't know. Right. Materium. That's my word for it. Okay, that's what I'm going to use for it. Right, let's keep going. What else do we have here? Also, you know what? Before we move on there, they talk about US tried to Afghanistan and Iraq. Yeah, I think that's good. That's just gonna be a fuck up then. What's the pullout of fucking hell gonna look like? You know, if the pullout of Afghanistan was fucking bad enough, what on earth?
Just a pile of fleshlights.
Oh god, no. Right, let's keep going. What other ones are there? We don't have any good ones. Satan is literally brought and changed before the UN.
They probably hire him as fucking UN.
I know exactly what are you talking about. He'd be. You know what? Operation Paperclip 2.0. That's exactly what would happen. Nazi scientists, fuck that. We need demon scientists, man. Like, you know, we ain't going to conquer the stars this time. We're going to conquer the fucking materium. That's what we're going to do, and we're going to use demons to get us there.
For untold ages, men have gone to hell for reasons other than punishment. Yeah, for business and pleasure.
Yeah.
Some to save the souls of their loved ones, others for some ancient secret of immeasurable value, but none had ever matched the sheer audacity, scale, or success of the conquest. Decades of battle, billions of soldiers, trillions of pounds of currency spent on arms, armor, material. But to truly understand the conquest, one must understand the man behind it, Imperator Cassius the Bold. Perhaps the man is immortal, perhaps he's undead, perhaps he's a god. Regardless, the longevity of the Imperator is undeniable. Once, centuries ago, he was a king ruling over a minor land, seeking to expand his rule. Over the course of decades, neighbor after neighbor was brought under his heel, either by sword or by oath. As his power grew, others tried to appease him, offering gifts and treaties, thinking that their lands would be spared until their folly was made manifest and their castles razed in the storm of the Imperator's rise. It took generations, but apparently he had the time and eventually, indeed, inevitably, all the world answered to mighty Cassius.
See, I would imagine, the way this is sounding to me, it sounds like Cassius is someone from, like, excommunicated demon, you know? Like, he's been banished to Earth for whatever reason. Like, you know, that's what he sounds like to me. Almost like a Satan sort of character, but instead of being...
Reverse Satan?
Yeah, reverse Satan. Like, instead of being cast out of heaven, he's been cast out of hell. You know, that's what he sounds like to me, anyway.
Sorry, Cassius, you're too based. You can't be in hell.
You know what he is? He's like, I always love this one. He's like Red Skull. He's too evil. He's so evil he got kicked out of the Nazi party.
Like, bro, chill out.
Shit. What was that fucked up one? What was the really fucked up SS commander?
You gotta narrow it down.
No, he was really fucked up, so he was. This fucker, Oscar.
Oh, fucking Durlwanger. Yeah.
Yeah, this guy.
He led the penal units too.
Yeah, like, you know, yeah. This is the type of guy you want to be, like, you know, a cast out demon out of. Honestly, I think he is one of those types of guys where if he didn't get results, he definitely. I think the only reason why they did keep him in was because he got results. If he didn't get results, he definitely would have been kicked out. But you see that a lot in, like, a lot of, like, weird dictatorships. People that you can tell would not have done very well outside of them do amazingly well. Like, what do you call Goebbels? Goebbels is a really weird guy.
Goebbels,
yeah. Hey, I'm telling you right now, see if, like, without the Nazi party, he wouldn't have got very far in life. Like, he was just a really fucking weird, unusual guy. Like, you know, that's the only way I can describe him. But it's kind of weird how, like, these strange and unusual systems come in, and then people that you would never imagined in a million years actually perform very well. They somehow they worm their way in some way or some. It's very unusual. Even, you could argue the same thing with, like, Gorgon, for instance. Like, Goran should have been sacked years ago. Like, Goran's played, like, the worst performing high-ranking member.
They should have fired Hitler, to be fair here. They all kind of sucked at the fucking jobs.
I don't know. Like, Hitler, I would argue, amazing gambler. I think he performed...
He was a face man, that's it. Man.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. Like, was he a great commander? He performed far better than what he should have, but that doesn't really make him a good commander. Now, what made him very good is he had a lot of people underneath him that were please stop, I'm trying to record. Or it's Loki.
Thor the cat.
Yeah. Loki, do you want to go outside? Okay, come on, outside. Come on, mate, you're sitting, yeah, not me. You're fucking with my recording. Get out.
You ruined the vibe, Thor. God.
You ruined the vibes. God damn it. Sorry, where was I? You know what? He had some amazing people underneath him, like Heinz Guderian or Rommel, and you could definitely argue both of them are like arguably the greatest tank commanders of all time, and to have them both at the exact same time working in the same army together is just kind of insane, you know? You don't really, like, imagine having two of the best naval commanders of all time at the same time. Like, you just don't get that type of shit. But yeah, you can probably work a demon off this guy, not gonna lie. Pretty much all the most fucked up things you've ever heard about Nazis pretty much in some way come back to this guy. So that's a thing. Someone to check out, you know. Someone you could probably work with. There's some really fucked up ones, but I don't know if I can talk about them on YouTube, you know. But definitely someone evil enough to get kicked out. Like, imagine being like, you know what? Sorry, back to the thread before I deal any further.
Classic Neckbeardia.
Look, I'm sorry, okay? It's just what I do, okay?
From there, the real work began. Every ounce of silver in the world rounded up and forged into weapons. Every scrap of arcane knowledge gathered and studied in great detail. Demons summoned and captured, he used for study or combat training. It was no secret. The world was not enough for the Imperator. He wanted hell, too. Surprise was not an option for the Imperator, so strategy would lay instead to simply crush the devils under a wall of silver and steel. Great armies, vast as the grains of sand, were assembled. Men, elves, dwarves, orcs, an entire generation of all his subjects, armed, equipped, trained, and ready, at least in word, to swarm the gates of hell itself and cleanse the accursed pit. On the chosen day, now known to us as the Day of Fire, the armies of the Imperator assembled across the world, each one before a set of archmages, tasked with conducting the largest act of synchronized magic in history. Portals of massive scale, large enough for entire regiments to walk through together, were torn open, connecting our world in the first circle of
Guys, Avernus. Just like Endgame. This is just like Endgame.
Millions died in the first day alone, swarming into the breaches, crashing into wave upon wave of devils.
I'm sorry, Garb, I couldn't.
Cringe, dude.
I know. This is just like, oh my god. Just like the comic book. just like when my wife left me, that was just like Thanos' big schnoop.
You don't get it. I'm just like Thanos. His wife left him. I want to kill everybody around me.
He's literally me.
She's literally me. It's like a giant fat redditor.
Yeah, I'm literally Thanos. You wouldn't get it.
Millions died in the first day alone, swarming into the breaches, crashing into wave upon wave of devils, wading through rivers of hellfire until at least the foothold was secure. From there, history became vague and largely repetitive. Step by step, blow by blow, life by life, generations of mortals lived, fought, and died on their way down through the 9 circles, every step paid for in rivers of blood. The devils were ferocious, far stronger than any man dare dream of, but one by one they fell before the endless horde of the Imperator. When a man fell, another stepped up to replace him. When one broke and tried to run, he was crushed under the feet of the formation in its inexorable march forward. Losses were catastrophic, yet immaterial. All that mattered was the drive forward and deeper. Step by step, blow by blow, life by life, the conquest dragged on. Battle by battle, layer by layer, all that mattered was to keep moving, keep attacking, keep fighting. And that's why the gods abandoned us.
I mean, like, no, but the problem I've got is, like, I don't know, I just feel like fighting demons in hell, are they not, like, immortal? Like, you know, would they not, like, just, like, rematerialize? Can they...
Honestly, it literally depends on the writer. Like,
yeah.
It depends on the writer.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too hung up on that. Like, you know, for me,
because usually you banish demons from Earth back down to hell. But if you kill them in hell, where do they go? You know, that's what the question is. So what I always like to imagine is demons have their own dimensions, and the only way to truly destroy them is to destroy their dimension. You know, which is, I would argue, incredibly difficult to do. But again, like, you know, I'm talking about this as if it's like, no, this is how you kill demons. Okay, guys, this is the only way how you deal. You know, actually, fuck you. You're wrong. This is how you really do it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like. Not gonna lie, like, it depends on your set. This is very set and dependent. You know.
Yes. Now, if you're not an absolute fucking goober, you don't have them just repeat into hell. They go somewhere else. There are stages to life and unlife, but they require a lot of creative writing, and some guys fucking suck at that. So
yeah, sadly, or it's all going to turn into gay fan fiction of Dante's Inferno.
Yeah, probably. And then Dante shredded the demon and said, "You're mine now." I was like, "Oh my god."
Wait, honestly, you know what? I'm kind of leeching about I wish they had made more games for the. It was like a God of War knockoff, the video game one of Dante's Inferno. It was actually pretty good. I actually quite enjoyed it when it came out.
Let's see. Okay. The endless slaughter of the conquest had done more than kill mortals. It had changed their very nature. A single goal drove all the world, funneling more and more men and material through the portals from which only those too wounded to fight emerged. The endless slaughter turned the stomachs of the gods of good, and they in turn set their backs to us. Suddenly deprived of their magic, the priests were unable to shield their men, and countless soldiers died as their protection from the fires of hell suddenly faded. All was lost. The vast armies of the Imperator would all die, the devils would rush back through the portals, and the world would burn with the wrath pent up from decades of invasion. But in the darkest of hours, the most unlikely of events occurred. Hell surrendered. The motivations of Asmodeus were often difficult to divine, but in this case the assumption is easy. The mortals had pleased him. We had proven ourselves even more capable than his previous minions, and in return he had offered his patronage to us. Caught in the depths of hell, burning alive without our old gods to protect us, it was an easy choice. And that is how the world became as we know it today. Devils became citizens, hell became another province, and Asmodeus became our god. And here are you, a gang of fools with the gall to believe that you can change a world order reforged in the blood of billions. Tell me, what is your great plan? Do you seek to overthrow the Imperator and restore the sovereignty of hell? Do you wish to bring back the favor of the gods that abandoned us? Or do you have something even more insane in mind? You stand no chance, but at least it will be amusing to watch.
That's pretty. I think that's a pretty good setup, honestly. I could. You know what? I quite like it. I actually like it. I like it more than what I thought it was. I actually really enjoy that. What would you make of that, Garb? And the only thing that really turned me on it is the idea of, like, you know, the good god. Again,
like, I guess it depends on the god itself.
Why not? Why not then? Once that the good gods abandoned you, why did they not then turn their sights on the quote unquote good gods?
Well, can they reach the good gods? Is there a way to get to them? Do you need the gods' power to create the portals? There's a lot of this is a short story on 4chan because it's not fully fleshed out.
I know, but like they didn't need the Asmodeus to let them open portals to hell. So
Asmodeus.
Yeah.
So you would think. So what you're saying is when they finally make this alliance with Asmodeus, why not immediately turn on the gods?
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like, you know, if you're already in an internal crusade, fuck it, let's keep going. Fuck it, we're balling. You know what I mean? It's like, we're
fucking take two.
Like, humans did it once with World War One. Why the fuck can we not have World War Two?
I'll fucking do it again.
You know what? How long has it been? Like 80 years? What's going on here? When's World War III breaking out, guys? Come on, I can't wait for that next part.
Yeah, I'm getting bored.
You know what? I can't believe I said that. I said that about Ukraine. See, like, the build up to Ukraine. See, from like Christmas 2020 to like I think it was like March or whatever. It was like 3 months of like, oh my god, are you guys gonna fucking invade or what? You know what? I didn't know I was living. See the price of everything. Oh my god. Oh sweet Jesus, please take me back. I would do anything to go back to 2019 prices. You've no idea. It's so bad. It's so bad.
I want to go back.
I just want to go back. I want to go back. Look, let's keep going. We'll do one or two more. How long are we on? We're 51 minutes in. But I'm going to argue that I'm probably going to have to cut like a good fucking chunk of this because I made too many jokes that aren't going to fit in here and it'll get me into
a lot of sussy-wussy jokes.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just going to go quick right here. Virgin blood is valuable. I don't know what else this is connected to, but let's do this. Will we do this?
Sure, okay. Virgin blood is valuable, and the paths to different layers shift and change. Whoops. To continue, the topmost layers of hell are home to the souls of the dead who committed no real evil but did not meet the gods' pretty outrageous standards. However, meeting the dead as a mortal is a deeply damaging experience. The mind unable to properly understand what it is going through, even if the human experiencing it gets the idea. As such, the innocent dead often hide away in great pools of souls in ancient tombs. That's how humans and demons perceive it, basically. The soul of someone truly evil, immoral, or twisted, however, is tortured by demons who mutilate the undying souls, and if they are truly lucky, the still living body of the damned with gusto. This grants hell both purpose and power. Once a soul is judged by the courts of heaven and hell and is truly ineffably damned, it changes in nature. Mortals can perceive it without any lasting harm, and it can be used as a battery.
Wait, hold up. This is Monsters, Inc.
The screams.
Yeah, this is Monsters, Inc. And tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, let's see.
Something about the blood of children.
Kind of, sort of. Well, that's blood of children. It's the fucking Rothschilds. It's the screams of children.
The screams of children. Look, all I'm saying is the screams make it like more valuable. Okay, like, you know, if you torture someone to death, that's a way better than someone like offering up your blood. You know, finally, that's going to be worth way more. Okay, think the adrenaline in that blood. Like, you know, that's definitely going to be like, that's like super blood. So it is. Like, that's like a fine whiskey. So it is. All right, or at least, I don't know. Maybe that's how vampires view it, or demons. Who knows?
One second. Don't bother me in DM. Okay. Let's see here. Where was I? The innocent dead.
Still living.
Much post-corruption equipment utilizes damned souls as a power source. The more twisted the soul, the greater the weight of its sins, and it sinks deeper into hell. Greater demons are called in to torture these souls, and in the case of a breakout, defend hell from them. Hell itself is governed by great princes, fallen angels, lords of sin, and overfiends who all attempt to keep hell operating, and a great number of barons, lesser lords, and underfiends who squabble and fight. These lesser beings are the most malicious and hateful towards themselves and humanity, and lead rebellions and armies against each other in a ceaseless orgy of violence. When hell marches without its human allies/masters, these lesser demons are driven to the forefront to drown the foe in bodies, blood, and rich suffering.
Wait,
all the better to feed and fuel the greater demons and realm-breaker war engines of hell.
Right, so the thing is here, can you not argue that the demons are doing humans a service, almost, by dealing with they've pretty much sorted out, like, their prison system, almost, like their afterlife prison system.
I mean, hell in most accepted settings is a prison. It's where bad souls go to be imprisoned.
Yeah.
Now, no one really says why the souls are there or how long they're kept or if the souls ever reach usability again, but that's where souls go when you're naughty. You stay in hell, and you stay there apparently forever. But that's never really been a very toothsome excuse. Like, yeah, you go to hell for how long? I don't know, eternity. That seems like a waste of soul. You know, you can't, like, recycle the damn thing.
Well, I suppose that's what they're doing, like, turn them into, like, batteries of sorts and, like, charging them up and, you know, using them to power stuff and whatnot. I mean, it's kind of, you know what, I always do love the concept of the idea of a soul, you know, like, the idea of a soul being transitory almost. You know, I don't know, I really enjoy that sort of stuff, but again, it does feel very, you can't really go anywhere with it because it always feels very, like, whimsical almost, you know? I don't know, I feel it's very hard.
I suppose there's some whimsy to it, I would assume, you know, like, hell in itself can be whimsical, it can be, you know, ethereal and otherworldly, sure.
I mean, do you want to see, like, no, never mind, I can't make that joke, never mind, I was going to show you, like, a picture of hell, but, like, no, that wouldn't go down very well on YouTube. You know what, I'm fucking, mate... I mean, I'm so this is what I feel like. I'm bound by the demons of YouTube to, like, no, you can't make the good jokes, James. No, that's evil. No, that's
stop being funny man.
No, that's what I feel like. All right, we'll do one or two more posts. I don't know where I would go with this because, again, I feel like a lot of the stuff that they're working on is just not how hell operates on my mind. Do you know what I mean? Like, the way I use hell is very, very different from everyone else in this. And again, I feel like the idea of conquering hell, or the idea of genuinely going to war with hell, is something that I think is alien to me personally anyway, because I just see it as an infinite void that cannot be tamed in any way. It just is. I think you could do adventures into hell. I think like something akin to Dante's Inferno. I do think the idea of you can go into hell and seek for a loved one, I like that sort of stuff, but the idea of actually conquering and destroying hell itself, I don't know, I just don't see it as a possibility.
Well, like, if you destroy hell, then where all the bad souls go? You're gonna need a new place to receive all, because say there is a religious order in place.
Okay, so Garbu, let me just tell you what happens, and I'm gonna have to bleep this. The bad souls go to that's what, like, I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
It's just, I don't know. It's just like, well, we're gonna conquer hell. Okay, to what end? Is gonna be are you gonna run new hell? Are you gonna torture? Are you gonna try and rehabilitate the souls? Like, what are you doing in hell? Like, I understand, like, the ones who are like, well, hell has resources. Yeah, I guess.
I know what they're
really
doing. I know what they'll do with hell. We will conquer hell and turn it into a Scandinavian prison.
Jesus. walls of cells.
Right, do you not like the idea? We'll give them like, give them what, they got PS5s, what are you all about?
That and like, is hell infinite? Is hell realmless? Is hell gonna have all their needs for all the souls that's going inside there? There's a lot of questions I have when most people will insert a hell. It's like, okay, cool.
And to what end are we getting?
To what end? Yeah.
To what end? What would be the purpose of conquering hell? Is there a valuable resource in there? Could it be like an occult? Maybe let's say an antichrist. Let's call them an antichrist sort of character. Maybe they unexpectedly are defeated. Well, how are we going to get the Antichrist back? Well, we're going to have to go back to hell, take their soul, and bring it back to Earth to try and restart hell on Earth. Maybe that could be something that could possibly work out. Actually, I kind of like that as an adventure campaign. You have to. The Antichrist died like 100 years ago, and like, you know what I mean.
Just like souls overflowing. Like, fuck, what are we gonna?
Shit, how are we gonna get? We're gonna have to get the Antichrist back, and we're gonna have to
get. It would be like a dumpster being taken away. Like, okay, the dumpster's gone, which means that the fucking the dumpster's gone, the dump truck's gone, there's no more trash men, but the trash is piling up. What do we do with all the trash? And the trash is basically souls, So there is a lot of narrative and setting based kind of
limitations or factors.
Freedom it gives you, because you can find out a way narratively to work through all the issues where, holy fuck, no one's taking all the fucking dead bodies. What we do, because now you have souls piling up, ghosts are rampant, or there's a lot of what do they call it when you get like taken over by a spirit?
Possession.
A lot of possessions going on, and more or less there's no one taking care of all these dead spirits. And now you're like, okay, well, how the hell do we take care of all these dead spirits? We gotta figure out a way to put these guys where they need to go, because hell is closed.
I've got it. One of them wee boxes from Ghostbusters.
But at the same time, you're gonna have how many of those fucking boxes needing made? Where are you gonna put them all?
You know what you could do? Maybe you could do it something similar to the way Eldar did it with Craft World.
Oh, the gems?
Yeah, like soul gems, maybe.
Sure.
Actually, you know what? I think I would integrate something like that. Maybe you store evil souls need to be stored some way in like gems or whatever, and maybe again, that feels very like Skyrim or like Elder Scrolls with like soul stones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think you know what? I think I can make it work.
Well, it can make it work, yeah, but it's not exactly a very imaginative. We'll put the souls in rock. Very nice, Kevin. But then at the same time, you're gonna need how many rocks? What are you gonna do with the rocks? You have a pile of soul rocks, because with the Eldar, the soul is kept inside the stone, but if the stone gets broken, then the soul gets eaten by Slanesh.
Yeah, well, you could maybe do something with like a Stonehenge, like a big stone circle of sorts, maybe.
I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, like, this is just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. Will we go with this one and we'll finish off?
Sure. The idea, I think, is that God may be all-powerful and all-knowing, and because of that, he has no experience as a lesser creature like a human from first-hand experience. He literally cannot because he will always be omnipotent and omniscient. Because he's all-knowing, he's aware of what it is to live as a human, but he knows everything else all the same time, and how do you balance that? He knows about humans, but can he truly understand how we function in our limited capacity? God literally cannot do that himself because he can't not be all-knowing and all-powerful. He cannot have limits. It's a classic case of God creating a stone not even he can lift. And if you're God, what do you do? You lift that goddamn stone anyway. He creates himself as a mortal named Jesus, thus exists as God, the all-powerful, and Jesus the man at the same time. The Father and Son as the same being. It's similar to the classic problems of Satan/Lucifer. I prefer Milton's version, where Lucifer decides he'd rather reign in hell than serve in heaven, and he'd create his own paradise with blackjack and hookers. Turns out the end result, pandemonium, was a complete fuck-up mess. That's why people tell you not to make decisions when you're pissed off and you calm down first, or you wind up screwing things up worse. Similarly, we have the Blackadder version. Hell is a place where all the bad people go. If you live a life of rape and pillage, man, why would you want to go to heaven? They never will let you do what you want to do. So go to hell where it's filled with your fellow rapists and pillagers, all the sin you love to indulge in.
So
when you think about,
so it's almost like another form of heaven then.
kind of the sinner's heaven.
Yeah.
When you think about this, when you think about it, this makes sense. Let's use commas, you fuck. Lucifer may hate humanity, but in the end, if he punishes the wicked, he's merely serving God, and he hates that too. So is he really going to rack your soul over the coals for eternity, or is he going to give you a high five for pissing in God's eye? Pull up a chair and a beer. Hitler's going to tell war stories. See, this is my point. What? Like, this is why I was like, that's why I was kind of like, Christianity's kind of fucking weird, because like, yeah, this guy who's on your side in the Garden of Eden is going to torture you in hell forever for being bad. I'm like, why would he care?
Yeah, that's actually that's quite a good. I you know what? I think this isn't a bad one. I kind of like that idea. Would you not argue that sinners are agents of the devil anyway? So
of course,
would the devil not be very happy with sinners then?
See, I just don't see why. Like, I know it's going to sound like super lit edgy Reddit, but I don't understand why Lucifer is evil. Like, I logically, I'm thinking, okay, I think back to
you go for a second.
Well, just me, because like I think about all the proverbs and fucking Sunday days camp, and I'm like, okay, so Lucifer was a snake, apparently. it was like the second in command, or whatever the hell, of the angels, God's favorite, yada yada. And he's like, you know what? These little fucking hairless monkeys down here, I don't like it. They're getting a lot of attention, yada yada. He is, or it depends on the fucking book you read. I swear to God, it changes from him wanting to free humanity to being jealous of humanity to hailing humanity. He hated serving them when they were lesser than them. I swear to God, it always fucking changes. I think the most accepted version is Lucifer was jealous of all the attention of humanity, and he hated the fact he had to serve them despite being better than them, because he was a fucking angel.
Yeah,
he was the angel of angels, the best of the best. So he goes down and he offers humanity free will to piss off God. Like, so Lucifer goes down and makes humanity no longer slaves, gives them free will, and was it self-awareness, I think, what the other one was?
Yeah, free will and self-awareness, yeah. And like shame, I think, like, the idea of like modesty.
But to me, that means Lucifer is the most human angel out there. He felt jealousy. He felt like, why are you getting all the fucking... You're not better than me. Like, he's by far the most human angel that was under the command of God.
Yeah.
And then so he goes down. He's like, you know what? Fuck this. Fuck your garden. I'm gonna piss in your fucking plants. And he releases the humans. It's just one of those things where it's like, how is he the bad guy again? He's the most human character in the entire Bible.
I suppose. You know what I feel like? It feels like it's gone very heavily into the idea of chaos demons from 40k or Warhammer in general, where the idea of like, if you're really fucking into like war and pillaging, it's like, you sound like you're gonna love corn. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna be really fucking into corn. I'm not
like,
gonna
this guy's kind of fucking rad.
Yeah, like, you're gonna really fucking enjoy being around him. You know what I mean? You're gonna be like, fuck yeah, this is my god. I fucking love him. You know what I mean? Like, this guy totally represents me. I feel like, you know what? I was talking about this the other day, actually, on the Discord, and I feel like that's the biggest problem Christianity have, where they've just turned it really gay and effeminate, and it's not appealing to a lot of people.
Goddamn effeminate Christianity.
No, but it really has, so, like, in the sense of the idea of, bring back a crusader mindset, okay? That's kind of what I would appreciate a lot. I feel like they've made it really, turn the other cheek, it's like, nah, fucking smite them.
Don't kill, don't murder. Kill that fucker, but don't murder someone who doesn't deserve it, That's what the old Bible was.
Or like the ultimate example, I think, is, what was the one I saw the other day?
Well, the thing is, it's kind of being portrayed as a pacifist. Christianity for a long time was not a pacifist religion.
No, it wasn't. It really wasn't. And I think that's what they've turned it into, though, and they've just made it gay and boring by doing so. Here, this is it here. The whole actually killing the villain makes us just as bad as him trope has done incomprehensible damage to society. And it really has. It really has.
Kill the villain. Stab him in the face. Go home, have a beer.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry to say, but some people out in this world are genuine villains, and they do not deserve any form of sympathy at all, sadly. I know it would be really nice to be like, oh no, we should try and forgive them. No, they can be rehabilitated. There's a lot of human beings out there that cannot be rehabilitated, and there's a lot of people that just cannot be set loose among the public. Like, a good example, I would argue, is someone who I think I'm kind of sympathetic towards. At the same time, do you know this guy, Charles Bronson?
Oh yeah, Charles. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's a fucking legend. Yeah.
Yeah. He'd be a good example of that, of the idea of the guy's fucking insane. He is absolutely brutal. Has he actually? How many crimes has he actually committed? Not that much. Like, okay, you go to the post office, so he did in like the 70s or something. But like a lot of the other stuff that he's done, he hasn't actually he's been incredibly violent in prison, like he's probably one of those violent men alive, but it's all been in prison. Like, he's not, like, when it comes to outside of prison, he's actually not that bad. But do you want him out of prison? You just can't have him out of prison. He's just too dangerous, like he really is. He's a pit bull in human form. That's the only way I can describe him. What would you say about Bronson? Or can you think of anyone else who does not fit into civilized society?
Honestly, he's kind of the fucking pinnacle of Bronson's kind of the pinnacle of that example. Just a severely
damaged human being that cannot be let out. As sympathetic as you can almost be towards him, at the same time, he's not someone who he just cannot function outside of prison. You could never leave him to his own devices because he's just too violent and too dangerous. Even what age is he now? He's bound to be at least in his 70s by now. Charles Bronson prisoner.
He's older, yeah, but he's still dangerous as fuck.
He was born in 1952. So yeah, spouse? He's been married. No, his wife died, so she did Paula Williamson. But yeah, you know what? Like, maybe, like, you know what? He's my example anyway of just someone who you cannot have loose. You know what I mean? Sadly, yeah. But again, I would feel he'd be a little sympathetic person. Like, do I want Bronson to be killed? No. But I don't know. I feel like, but is there anything we can do with him? Can we fix him? Can we rehabilitate him? No, I don't think so. Not in today's world anyway. Maybe like far off into the future. But even then, if you were able to fix him, would you have to change his brain chemistry so much that what makes Bronson is he even Bronson anymore? I suppose that's a very philosophical Black Mirror type of question, though.
Yes, the Bronson paradox.
Yeah, well, you could argue that you could definitely argue it with rehabilitating prisoners. Like, Clockwork Orange would be a good example of that. You're reprogramming people so much that, and against their will, are they even them anymore? Is it like giving someone a forced lobotomy almost?
It's more just twisting the mind. Like, the mind is extremely programmable, for sure.
Yeah, but is that a good thing to do, to reprogram people's brains? Like,
some brains cannot be reprogrammed. Other brains can be. Like Bronson, you ain't gonna reprogram that motherfucker. He ain't give a fuck.
Nah, he's not gonna. But and again, oh, I don't know. Like, that's where I feel like, I know this has turned into a very, very philosophical episode, and there's a ton of stuff in here that I'm going to have to cut out for obvious reasons, because there was a lot of talk about mutilous child and drinking the blood of children. If you're interested in that sort of thing, you guys should probably check a Gumroad with me and Megan. So, like, you guys would probably enjoy that. £7.50 a month, and you get access to everything. I think we're over 80 videos now, and each video is minimum like an hour and a half long. So, like, you do the math. There's a lot of stuff for £7.50, and you get access to everything. So you do. You should actually get, honestly, Gumroad, something for you to maybe check out. You know what I mean? Like,
what?
Like a paywall sort of thing. I enjoy it. Honestly, it's the best
I
thing
had
ever.
Paywalls for fucking loot stories, but
suppose that's
what? Don't judge me.
Alright, okay, fair enough. Is there anything else you want to top out on this? Is there anything else we can
Only
go?
our omnipotent God can judge me.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I feel like. See, with this whole thing, I feel like, what is the purpose of hell? Hell, to me, is a prison system for the ungodly and the sinners of the material realm, and I see no real reason or any good reason to conquer that hell unless that hell is actively waging war with the material world, i.e. aiming to like rebirth an antichrist or something along those lines, where you have to take the fight to the enemy itself. Whereas hell and demons and all that sort of stuff, they work in very mysterious ways, and they never, like, they just don't fight directly ever. You know, they make deals with people that fight their battles for them, and they're very hard to track down. You know what they are like? They're like the Taliban, so they are.
In what regard?
in the idea of they never fight head on, but they're very good at
gotcha.
skirmishing style warfare. That's what I would argue demons would be aimed for, and that's what they would be best at. The idea of like legions of demons pouring through a portal. It's not very hellish to me. I like the idea of a malignant corruption. Like, you know, the idea of, no, we're not going to destroy this organization. Instead, what we'll do is we'll like give it a few hundred years, and we'll keep putting in terrible and corrupt humans into, you know, pretty much every idea the Protestants have against, like, you know, Catholicism with like the Pope and stuff like that. Like, you know, we'll just fill up the clergy with corrupt and immoral demons, and eventually turn it into like a shadow form almost. You could call it
the shadow realm.
You could call it a of Satan, and I'm going to have to play cut that as well. Like, okay, guys, I think that's where we're going to wrap up. Is there anything else you want to add, Garth?
Nope, I'm good.
No, if I want to add anything else, it's probably have to get cut, so therefore it can't go in the video. Check out the deck of many triggers if you guys haven't already. There isn't much left long on it, so I think you'd be mad not to. It is a one-off.
One run only, never again.
It's a one-off product. So, you know, if you want it, you're gonna have to get it now. If you don't want it, if you don't want it now, you're never gonna get it. That's what I'm gonna say to you. So like, if you're interested in it, I would definitely say pick it up while you get the chance. Garbu, do you want to shell? You've got your books in print now, don't you?
Yep, the Verrider books are out in Iron 1. I'll let you know right now, they're not perfect. They are made by a man with 3 consecutive head injuries, so there are mistakes in there. But in Iron 2, here in about 6 months, I'm going to get all the feedback I can, get all the errors ironed out. I'm adding more weapons, more items, more trinkets. I'm expanding out the backgrounds to give them also kind of good modifiers, expanding out the jobs, where every level you're going to have a little thing you can choose when you level up, and I'm just going to make it better. That's what we do here. You take in criticism, you make things better. That's how it is.
Well, there you go. Any wheelchairs?
There will be no wheelchairs. There's a walking cane for the blind, but the wheelchairs, no. You have a board with wheels on it. Fuck you.
Can you not like make like make like a section in the Villagers of like cool alternatives to wheelchairs?
Just tie the fucker to a goddamn motorcycle so it's a Veil Riders.
Oh yeah, I suppose there you go.
There's a fucking sidecar sitting there, you gooby fuck.
But can you then give him a leather jacket with like a Grim Reaper on the back that like says how loyal he is, and like, you know, maybe like a Joker quote? Go on.
You get what you fucking deserve.
Go on. yeah. Like, anyway.
What do you get when you have a paraplegic, no wheelchair? You get what you fucking deserve.
Also, something about gang rape or something like that to own the chuds. I don't know. Anyway,
what the fuck?
Yeah, well, is that not what happened in Joker? Do they not decide to like leave the Joker because like chuds or something?
Yeah, they have butt sex with him in the prison. The break Joker.
So did he get buck broken?
I guess he got butt broken more than buck broken, I guess.
Oh.
Joke broken.
Did it fix his like mental issues though?
I'm gonna wager getting butt raped probably didn't fix his mental issues.
Did it make it worse? Did it make it worse, you think?
I'm gonna make a wild guess here and say that probably didn't help his mental faculties when he get his butt plugged by giant prisoners.
Yeah.
Call me crazy.
What was that joke? I'm so out there. I just see the crazy. People say, "Whoa, the crazy frog." I just see a frog.
I see a regular frog.
Anyway, hope you guys enjoy this one. Let us know what you think down below. All that good shit. I will see you next time.